Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Let's go over all the games happened on Wednesday, November 19th. The first game is the Rockets beat the Cavs 114-104. The Rockets are rolling at the moment. They're 10 and 4, 30 in the West. 10 and 3, I'm sorry, 30 in the West. They won 5 straight. And, led by Şengün, I would say. Şengün is their best player. I would say you could say KD, but KD this year on this team, he's not really doing much. Like no rebound, no assist, 4 turnovers here, 6 for 18. Pretty rough year for KD. You could buy low on KD, but I just don't think on a per game basis he's gonna be a top 20 player, or top 25. He's getting no rebound, no assist. He's still scoring, right? 25 points a game with good efficiency, but that's about it. Like Lauri Markkanen is better. Like I would rather have Lauri Markkanen this year than KD. Amen Thompson, 5 steals, 6 assists, and 9 rebounds. These are great, but he needs to do more to justify his high draft, right? Getting picked in the second or third. He's still got a long way to go. Şengün, meanwhile, is just dominating. The efficiency is going to be a problem. He hit his free throw, so that's good. 58% from the field, so you don't see that very often, but the efficiency is great from Şengün this game. And the counting numbers just look 11 rebounds and 7 assists. A steal and a block, 20 points. What else can you say? It's good. Jabari Smith had 3 threes and 9 rebounds. It's all good. For the Cavs, we have Donovan Mitchell had 21 points and 3 threes. Not the best game. And Jared Allen continues to not get big minutes. 20. He's pretty cooked. So the strategy with him is anytime he has a good game, you should really try to sell him. For whatever reason, right? This year when they started, they don't give him the minutes. Mobley 18. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Mobley is a buy low, but she's just 4 for 10 from the free throw line. Come on, it's pretty rough, and not much else. 6 rebounds, 18 points. He's been struggling. I would buy low on Mobley, especially on punting free throws. That can be a little bit aggressive. Like definitely trade any top 50 player for Mobley, especially when you're punting free throws. DeAndre Hunter hit 5 threes, 25 points. Yeah, it's good. From Hunter, he needs to be rostered for now. The next team is Charlotte Hornets. They lost to the Pacers. Finally, able to pick up some wins. Kenobi, 28 points, 5 threes, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. What a game from him. Definitely a must roster. The problem with him is he just gets no defensive stats. That's his problem. LaMelo, oh my goodness, 5 for 21 from the field. You got to punt field goals with him. And turnovers, possibly 6 turnovers here. And he played 27 minutes, so he's still on a minute restriction. But as long as he's playing, you can't complain too much. But the strategy with LaMelo, you gotta punt. You pair him up with Trae Young, I think it's a great combination. But you gotta punt field goals and turnovers. These together were just rough, right? Just very rough. He took 21 shots and only got 18 points. The efficiencies are really bad. Ryan Kalkbrenner, the blocks, no blocks here, but 10 points and 9 rebounds. And always very efficient. Ryan Kalkbrenner is a perfect example on the rankings. If people believe in Basketball Monsters rankings, he's already fallen to 53rd. But he's a perfect example. Like, hey, if you can get any top 50 player back for him, like you absolutely do it. Like if you can trade him, obviously like 2 for 1s, right? Can get De'Aaron Fox, Keontae George, KD, Franz Wagner, all these guys in that range, you do it without a question. He give you really good blocks and really good field goal, but a lot of categories is absolute zero, like absolutely no assists, no rebounds, no threes, scoring are very low, but doesn't turn the ball over. So these type of players, they're gonna show up very high in the rankings sometimes, especially if they have a couple good games. 5-6 block games. But he's also losing some minutes to Diabate. He's been playing very well. 12 rebounds in 24 minutes, 7 offensive rebounds, 8 points. He also needs to be rostered, in my opinion. Colin Sexton came off the bench now because they want to start Zion James. Colin Sexton is not a must roster. But if you need points, right, you can stream him from time to time. Miles Bridges, 25 points. Also play well. The next one is the Raptors. They are winning a few games together. They're 10-5. I'm sorry, they're second in the East. Okay, the East this year is just, oh my god. Brandon Ingram, weird game from him. 22 points with 5 personal fouls and 4 turnovers and 5 assists. 0 rebound. Everything else is 0. 2 threes as well. Scotty bombs. Overall, not a bad game, but had 6 turnovers. And Jacob Poeltl's minutes is up, so if you ball low on him, right, congratulations. 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists is pretty good. And, he's playing big minutes now, so, struggle a little bit beginning of the season. Emmanuel quickly, I was just complaining how bad he has been the last couple of years. And 61st ranked player so far this year. And he's not even shooting that well from the free throw line. So, he could be a top 50, 60-ish type of player moving forward, especially if he's getting 1.5 steals a game. It's really good for him. But, I don't know how much the main thing with him is he always gets hurt. So otherwise, I'll be more than happy to just hold him. It seems like the Raptors collectively, right? They're having a great start. They got a lot of young guys, so they're playing well together. So I want to hold on to him, see how good he could really be. But if you don't trust his health, sure, you can try to sell him. RJ, 22 points and crazy good efficiency. You don't see that very often, but you really hold RJ for points. That's it. Points and a little bit threes. For the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey, I don't know why he only took 14 shots. Maybe the Raptors start doubling teaming a little bit. Still very good game. 9 assists, 3 steals and block with 5 threes. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey has been amazing this year. He's really carrying the load for the Sixers. VJ Edgecombe took 20 shots. What a game from him. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks. So Paul George, he came back, played a few minutes. It doesn't seem like Paul George is really going to impact VJ's minutes. So I feel really good about VJ playing high minutes the rest of the way. And, his value is going to come from the defensive stats. Right? Points, we don't care that much. He's going to get points. He's going to be open. But taking 20 shots here really surprised me. Quentin Grimes still great, but I would try to sell him. I think, like Paul George, his minutes got impacted. But of course, with Paul George and Embiid, right? Embiid is just not going to play a lot of games, and he's not going to play a lot of minutes. But with Paul George, I think also same. Not as bad as Embiid, but he's going to miss a lot of games as well. So Quentin Grimes has been, he also is having quite a good year. We know how good he was last year when 88th ranked player, 17 points, 2.6 threes with decent efficiency. So he's a must roster. The next one, the Warriors, they just wanted to pound this game away, 96-110, and just look at the shooting percentage, rough, 26% from 3, 35% from the field, and Moody, right? I think Moody needs to be rostered as long as Kuminga is out. He played 35. Like the minutes is great. The numbers are okay. I would say a steal and a block, 4 assists, for 6 rebounds. It's just the shooting, man. Podziemski, same thing, horrible shooting, but did get 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 threes. And Buddy Hield came off the bench, played 31 minutes. They just need some offense this game here. So Buddy took 20 shots, 15 threes, had 4. Buddy's just not really very, very good, on this team. I think defensively, Steve Kerr just doesn't like him, right? They don't play him unless they have to, or he's having a great shooting night. Tracy Jackson-Davis started. Will Richards started. Only played 18 minutes, so it's it's a little bit weird, but not surprising. Warriors, game to game, if Will Richards is having a great game, he'll play 30 minutes. So I would say, like, next time, if everybody is still out, like, it's fine to stream Richard, right? He's not gonna be. He's really, really bad here, but he will pop off, in some other situations. But they did play the Heat, who is, a somewhat decent defensive team, and because of the blowout, right, everybody played very little minutes. And I would say when Bam Adebayo coming back, he came back, Kel Weir immediately off the bench, played just 19 minutes. He still has 16 rebounds in 19 minutes. That just tells us like how good he could be. But let's just hold on to him and see. He still got 16 rebounds here. There will be some games he played 25 minutes, and 25 minutes of him I think is good enough for us to justify holding on to him in category leagues. But I could see him like being droppable for sure for stretches of the season. Right? Norman Powell, oh my God, 25 points, another. Another great one for Norman Powell. For threes, yeah, he's been balling this year. Bam Adebayo came back, still in 2 blocks, is decent with 20 points. And Andrew Wiggins had 17. Yeah, they all played well. This Miami team, and and in the East they're gonna be competitive, right? They can make the playoffs, or at least make the play-ins at the very least. The next one, the Wizards. The Timberwolves beat the Wizards. No surprise, right? 120, 109 with Alex Sarr out. How about Marvin Bagley? We gotta stream him as long as Alex Sarr is out. 3 steals in the block, and they gave him 30 minutes. Marvin Bagley is the guy. I guess he wasn't talked about enough. Like, he was picked before Luka. He was the second pick. And yeah, but he's been on many teams. But on the Wizards, give him 30 minutes. He can put up some rebound and points if you need those, right? Pay attention to him. Keyshawn George just gets a lot of assists this year. Great. And he came in too many fouls. But 4-3, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 23 points, and still in the block is pretty good. They're still giving a lot of minutes to Chris Middleton and CJ. Like, for now, you can hold on to them. And anytime they have a good stretch, really, really, really try to sell them. Bilo Coulibaly, 29 minutes, 2 blocks, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. I think he's a must roster. But with him, I think it's really up and down as well. The Wizard guys, and sometimes they mess around with their minutes too, like Bilo Coulibaly. Right, this game he only gets 29 minutes. Moving on to the next one, the Denver Nuggets. They beat the Pelicans on the road, as expected. Jokic, a triple-double in 34 minutes. But what's surprising is he had 6 fouls and 9 turnovers. 9 turnovers versus the Pelicans. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. Pretty weird game. Jamal Murray had 16 points and 8 rebounds and nothing else. So it looks like the Pelicans did a great job on these two. Peyton Watson absolutely went off. I guess he was just wide open most of the game. 32 points, 5 threes. Yeah, we need to roster him. Now that Cam Johnson is out. Aaron Gordon was out here. Well, Cam Johnson, actually, he was also out, but I don't think he's hurt. He just maybe rest. Aaron Gordon out as well, so Peyton Watson. I'm sorry, Cameron Johnson played. 14 points, 5 assists. He started shooting the ball a little bit better as of late. But Peyton Watson needs to be picked up. Let's just see, because he gets you a lot of defensive stats, especially blocks. And, with Christian Braun out for extended period of time, right, he could have some value. Yeah, and then for the Pelicans, yeah, they just keep losing. But how about Derek Queen? Let's roster him. Oh, my goodness. 30 points, 2 steals and 2 blocks, 9 rebounds, and 1 3. I know Jokic probably doesn't take him too serious. Like, Jokic, a lot of times on the defensive end, he just let guys score and then try to, get to the next offensive possession. Once he's out of position, he just give up. So I don't know, Queen. Sure, let's roster him and see how things go. But he could put up numbers. I think even before this game, we kind of knew in fantasy he could be relevant. And I think he's a young player. Who knows? Once it's tanking season, which is already, it's very obvious where this team is going. So pick him up, see how things go, because they're moving away from Missy. Herbert Jones had 2 steals, and oh my God, Zion Williamson played. 6 rebounds, 5 assists, still in the block with 14 points. Yeah, he's not scoring a lot of points, but we should just all be happy that he's playing. Trey Murphy had 5 steals and block. Oh my God, and 5 threes. Let's try to sell him. And Jeremiah Fears, they keep starting him, but only give him 25 minutes. Why not they going to give him the keys to 30 minutes a night? If you want some scoring, right, he's already doing that. So pick him up, but you might need to hold on to him for a long time before he started seeing 30 minutes a game. Moving on to the next game, we have the Kings. Yeah, it's no surprise they lost to Thunder, but the Kings, they're gonna be tanking soon. They're the 14th seed. They only won 3 games, which is crazy. Pelicans, at least they have an excuse, right? Zion Williamson has been out, but Kings, I guess Sabonis is being out for a little bit. Russell Westbrook, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. He's a must roster, but now Dennis Schroeder came off the bench. He still played 31 minutes. Yeah, both guys will try to sell him. it's every game, every day that passes by, it's looking like the Kings, they are now going to make the playoffs. They're gonna rest these guys or trade these guys, especially Dennis Schroeder and maybe Russell Westbrook too. Who knows? They might just blow it up. Zach LaVine, pretty bad game here with just 8 points, and DeRozan had 17. Precious Achiuwa started, had 15 points and 9 rebounds. Yeah, if Precious Achiuwa starts again next game, we could look to stream him for some rebound and field goal and some defensive stats. Right, he could get those. And Drew Eubanks too. Like if he starts next game, if Sabonis is out, let's roster him and see how things go. For a game or two. And Malik Monk, he was having a great year last year. He had a great year, but this year, still okay. Like 3 16 points in 2 steals, actually very good. But it's hard to, he probably needs to be rostered, but just so inconsistent this year. For the Thunder, speaking of consistent, Shea, 33 points, 2 steals, 8 rebounds. Just an easy night. He still played 35 minutes. Interesting. Kaysen Wallace, and all the other guys played 30 minutes. Chet Holmgren had a big one, but had 6 turnovers, and Kaysen Wallace had a steal and block. And remember, Thunders are doing this without their second best player or third best player, Jalen Williams, and they're blowing teams out. So, yeah, Thunder is going to be crazy. It's all about the playoff success for them now, which is, 2 years ago, I just remember 2 years ago, we don't even want to draft Shea because they just shut him down. Now they're NBA champ and trying to repeat. So that's how quickly things could turn, which is pretty amazing. Thunder was really bad 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago. Maybe not 2 years ago, but 3 years ago for sure. The next game is the New York Knicks. This is the nail biter. They beat the Mavericks 113. And there was some controversial call. I think Brandon Williams was going for a layup. They called him offensive foul on him. It also looked like it could be a defensive foul, so who knows? Could be an N1 and they won the game. But sometimes the referees, they do miss some calls, which is unfortunate. Jalen Brunson, he came back, had a decent game with 28 points, 5 assists, a steal and a block, and Cat continued to struggle. The other numbers look fine, but 5 for 9 from the free throw line, 6 for 16. Right, the shooting numbers are way off from Cat. I will buy low, but even, he obviously had a pretty slow start, but he's still having a decent, his rankings he's still the 22nd ranked player, so you can't really buy too low from him. You can't throw him like a top 50 player because he's still ranked 22nd. Just the efficiency have been rough with Cat. Mikal Bridges, the defensive stats keep coming in. My goodness, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. With OG out, maybe he gets a more usage bump, but not really. 16 points here is still, he's one of the biggest surprises this year because, same team, same situation, all of a sudden he started getting all those defensive stats. Nobody really see that coming. For the Mavericks, they're also going the other direction, which makes AD what's going on with AD? Is he rushing back? Probably not. Taking his sweet time. Max Christie probably, need to be rostered. 15 points, 3 threes, but, he's inconsistent, I understand. D'Lo played well, 23 points, 4 threes. We could stream him, but he's also super inconsistent. He had a great game here, but next thing he could play 15 minutes and have 0 points. That could totally happen. Klay Thompson hit 3 threes, and PJ Washington did a bit of everything, but scoring only 6 points here. 3 steals, 4 assists, 10 rebounds. Very, very good. Let's talk about the last game of the night, the Chicago. This one is Vucevic hits a buzzer beater, 122-111. And Chicago, they are also playing fairly well this year. And again, the Eastern Conference is wide open. There's just 7th seed. But they had a good start. And then lost a bunch of games. Vucevic, 27 points, 5 threes, great. He's just been, how many years is he doing this? Too many. And every single year, he's kind of underrated, to be honest, going through the draft. Right? Again, top 50, 54th ranked player, averaging 16 points and 10 rebounds. Right? No defensive stats, shooting 49%. You could argue he could even be better than what he's putting up, but just every single year, a top 50 player. Every single year. He's been doing this for many, many years now. So many years in fantasy. Josh Giddey, Yeah, just 30 minutes here, and 13 assists is great, but only 9 points. I think with the return of Kobe White, like he might lose a few more usage. Kobe White has been playing really well the first 2 games he's back. 25 points, 7 assists, and 5 threes. Um, and eventually they're gonna start him, and that could impact Giddy's usage a little bit, but they still it's a little bit weird. They only play him 31 minutes here. Um, it doesn't look like he's in a lot of foul trouble either, but 13 assists is still great. Ayu Dalsamu could be a nice streaming option, right? 5 for 7, 23 minutes, 14 points. Sometimes he gets 28, and he will have a pretty good game. He's been having a lot of good games lately. And Mata's struggled here. We still hold on to him, but just 18 minutes. This game is a little bit weird. They play so many guys. Like they play Julian Phillips 5 minutes, Javon Carter 10. What's the point? Why not give these minutes to the other guys? I'm not sure. Kevin Huerter started, played just 22. So really good, weird game for the Bulls, but they got the win anyway. And then for the Blazers, Drew Holiday has been out, so they started City. Um, they didn't do much, but we could roster him, see how things go. Hanson Young even got 7 minutes. Yeah, it's weird. The Blazers also played a bunch of random guys here. Jeremy Grant, we have to sell high. 33 points here with 5 threes. Great, amazing. Danny Adviel continues to really impress us. A 32-point triple double with 2 steals and a block and 3 threes. And of course, he goes 7 for 12 from the free throw line. That really drops your value by a lot if you go 7 for 12. Even though you did super well, but you basically you sometimes you go 7 for 12, your free throw is cooked this week. That's it, right? You single-handedly destroy the free throws for your team this week. And Donovan also played a good one, but of course the Bulls' interior defense is not really there. So 21 rebounds is not that surprising. Still in 2 blocks, so that's great. I think this year he's been getting good minutes. It's just the lack of defensive stats. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.